Hello everyone, welcome back to Via Digitally. Today here we are with data types in Python. Before going into video, please subscribe our channel, hit the bell icon. As we know that all programming languages have several data types like integers like float, double, string data types, character data types, boolean data types. In the same way in Python also we do have different types of data types. Let us see what are the available data types in Python. Coming to Python, we have numeric types, text types, sequence types, mapping types, boolean types, binary types, and set types. And again, under each of these data types, we have nearly 2 to 3 types of data types under each these types. We will walk through all these data types in our further videos. Coming to our first video in data types, we will discuss integer data types like numeric data types. Like under numeric data types, we have again 3 types. Those are integer, float, and complex. Today we will be walking through with numeric data types. So before going into data types, how do you declare a variable name in Python? What are the constraints or what are the things you need to follow while declaring a variable? Let us see these points now. Variables are examples of identifiers. An identifier is used to identify the literals used in the program. The rule to name an identifier are given below. The first character of variable must be a alphabet or underscore. All characters except first character may be an alphabet of lowercase or uppercase, underscore, or digit from 0 to 9. Identifier must not contain any white space or special characters. Special characters means we know, right? Like at the rate, hash mark, exclamatory mark, percentage mark, and operator, or these things should not be used anywhere in defining a variable. Identifier name must not be similar to any keyword defined in the programming language. For example, sum is the function in Python. The same word sum should not be used for the variable name. Identifier names are case sensitive. For example, as I given, my name M is small and N is also small, and next capital M Y capital N name is not same because these are case sensitive. Means if you represent one of them as the small or one of them as capital letters, both of these variables will be different. And for example, if you want to know what are the valid identifiers, like if you, as I mentioned, A123, this is the valid because we are using first letter as the alphabet and followed by the numerics. And next one, underscore N, the first literal is following the underscore and next bit is following with some English alphabet. Next one is N underscore 9. So if these are in these types of formats, we are going to make them as valid identifiers. For example, what are the invalid identifiers here? You can see here 1A, because as in the first letter we are having 1 as the starting letter, this is an invalid. And second one, N percentage 4, we are using a special character in between, so this is an invalid. Next, N space 9, we are using a space character in this variable name, so it is an invalid identifier name. So this is how we are going to write some identifier names in any of the programming language, not specifically Python. And coming to numeric data types, let us see. Under numeric data types, we have 3 types. They are integers, floating data types, decimal data types, and one more we have, that is complex numbers. We will walk through all this now. Integer data types. Among the basic data types, Python provides integers. Like integers means we know, right? Like positive and negative whole numbers, like following from minus infinity to plus infinity. And floating point numbers are the numbers which are having factorial, that like fractional part, means what are the digits you are going to write after the decimal point is known as the fractional point and the decimal point. So these are known as the floating numbers. And Python allows us to write integers using hexadecimals, octals, and binary literals, offers a complex number of data types and allows integers to have unlimited precision. Means whatever the amount of precision you need. For example, if you need some precision at millionth, 1 billionth precision also you can get in Python. Means you can grow how many decimals you want, like how many digits you want after the decimal point, you can grow your number actually. And integers are written as strings of decimal digits. Floating point numbers have a decimal point and an optional signed exponent introduced by e actually. For example, it is given 3.4 e minus 10. This is nothing but 3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 10 and followed by some optional sign. If you write a number with decimal point or exponent, Python makes it a floating point object and uses floating point when object is used in an expression. Floating point numbers are implemented as C doubles. Therefore, get as much as precision as C compilers use to build the Python interpreter gives the doubles. So these are about the introduction about the integers. Coming to how the syntax is written in integers. The function used to define a value to be integers, that is nothing but int, a function int, which converts specific value into an integer number. So what are the parameters to be passed for an integer are? One is value and one is base. What is value? A number or a string that can be converted into an integer number. Next one is base. A number representing the number format. Number format means maybe a decimal number, maybe a binary number, octal number, or a hexadecimal number, or maybe a number belongs to some base 4, base 5, or any base. Whatever the base may be, you are going to specify that value in the place of base as the parameter. Let us check in the real how do we write some works in Python shell. Let me take some n is equals to some user input using input function. Now I am giving 10 as my input. Now let me test what is the type of this n now. It is class of string actually, and if I want to convert this string data type to some integer data type, I am going to make some type conversion, right? Let me take another variable m, that is nothing but integer of n. So now you test what is the data type of m actually. So now it is getting some int. So from here, if you want to make any mathematical operations on m, it should be definitely in integer data type. Now let us discuss what exactly integer data type is giving, like what is int of some value and base. Let us test. Let me take a string actually. String is equals to 1010. This is my string actually. I am representing some number in terms of binary. Now I want to know what exactly this string is representing in base 2. Let me know. It is representing a number 10 in format of base 2. If you check some binary number representation of 10 in base 2, basically in base 2, and that 10 to the base 2, it will be 1010. So similarly, you take some other string, some, for example, I want to pass some string of 1010 111101 to the base 2. What is its value? Its value is 697. Means if you want to know some binary number, what exactly the value, equivalent value in decimal value, by providing the base of that number, you are going to get its corresponding value in the decimal number. Not only the decimal number, if you want to know any number, for example, I am going to pass some FFF, which is actually a hexadecimal number. Now I am going to pass the base as 16. The corresponding equivalent number in base 10 is 65,535. So this is hexadecimal to decimal conversion. Similarly, if you want to know what exactly a number 10 56 represents in base 8? I want to know it. It is 558. So not only this decimal, binary or octal, any number in any base format. For example, I want to know some 567, no, not 5609 is 79 in base of some base 12. I want to know what is the base 12 value. It is 9597 equivalently in decimal. So this is how exactly some int function works in Python. Furthermore, we will be discussing what are the operations on integer functions, what are the basic numeric tools available in Python in upcoming video. Till then, keep subscribing us, hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching.